Yes.
Going to Mansfield Prison.
I smell cigarette smoke back there.
It smells like bonfire.
Oh. I smelled cigarette smoke back there. I just seen something right there. In that little grate right there on the wall. I'm trying to see if it's like... I don't know what that was actually. It sounded like something.
Didn't move.
No.
It was a top.
It was like something shut.
Because I didn't hear that noise up there.
Yeah, that's what it was right there. It was
Yeah,
like a
if
top.
you would have hit this, it sounds different.
Yeah.
So we debunked.
Opened in 1896, closed down in 1990 because in the 1980s, the prisoners started a lawsuit because it was just inhumane living here. There were bugs all over the place, rats, lice. The heat wasn't working when it was either too hot or too cold. I mean, I'm sure as we go along, I'll show you some things. So the new prison was finally finished in December of 1990. So December 31st, 1990 was our last day. The wardens and chaplains and the assistant warden all lived here, especially in the late 1800s, early 1900s when the road sucked. You know, if there was an emergency, they needed to get here quick. So those three people lived here with their families. That's where they found part of Shawshank, not red. When you came in, yeah, and he, probation, when you went out probation. Okay, that was that scene. We just refurbished this area here. A guy like Keith, we took these floor, well, maybe not these here, the floor out. So these are original, fix them up and put it back in. That's why we say, please don't take anything that may just, it may look like trash, but to us, it's not. This is where the warden lived with their families. Glatke, Helen Glatke, was one of the warden's wife, about 1950. This is their bedroom. She was reaching up to get some stuff for church. Didn't know her husband's gun was there. It fell down, went off, and she died in the hospital a few days later. People witness things here, and they hear things coming from up top when they're at the floor above, when there isn't anybody there.
Yeah, it's like wavy.
The reason this arch has to do with the architecture and the weight of everything. So Levi Schofield designed this. These stairs here, he didn't want to have fire stairs. But this is the area that they would entertain, right? Because we were a very successful reformatory. People all over the country would come, want to take a tour, want to find out why we're successful. We'd have the governor and everything come. They would stay in these rooms. We had members of prisoners playing music for them up there on the stage. They came and they built the East Cell block, and we used to have a wall and some other stuff around here. So all of the clothes that the prisoners wore, our prisoners made. So when they left here, they had a skill. Do you want me to tell you some things that's happened here, or just tell you that it's a 5, 6, or 7?
You can tell us some things that happened.
Okay, sit down, relax whenever. You got some one good thing here about the bench. The woman you talked to, Kathy, about a year ago, her husband was giving a tour. She was fouling with the tour. She had to stop, take a phone call from her son. She's looking out the window, having a phone call with her son and grandson. Looks over there, right there, full apparition. And as she sees it, it comes over here and it just keeps going down and getting smaller and smaller till it's like a ball of light here. She took her flashlight to follow it. For that time she was here, they went to check the cameras to see if they saw it. That camera broke down. But the camera down there saw her flashlight going around. So, look, her growling coming from that door there. Now, something happened to me personally. And I'm trying to go fast so you can start running here. We get here, we get like the end of this hall. This is 1 o'clock in the morning, and all of a sudden we smell coffee. We smelled it all the way down to here, stopped. Went around the corner to close those doors, came back, it was gone. So some people smell perfume, some people smell pipe tobacco. We smelled that coffee. And so we're still in the area where people lived and the offices and areas where the guards would stay. And so they would go around with coffee all the time. So this hallway, and other people too have also seen like a little critter or something going around here in that area. Your challenge is to sit here with you all around here. I know it says do not shut door for the ghost hunts. That's just during the day for the day hunts.
Yeah, it's like.
So one challenge is to sit in that chair in here by yourself, no flashlight or anything for 15 minutes. And people will come in here and they'll sit in the chair and they'll stand around, and then after they leave here, they'll go to like one more room and all of a sudden their back is burning. Some I got scratched in here after they've been sitting in the chair. So that's one of the challenges, is just coming here for 15 minutes. We have had people scratched in here. We had one person pass out, but we have had guests get scratched in here. Or they sat in the chair and all of a sudden the chair will start moving, or they'll feel hot sensation. Here is another area, 4 or 5 that people like to sit in. And because it's just sort of creepy, and we have, I forget what they call it, just sort of like these little critters. You just see a ball of light going down here at times, or they'll hear things. Keith, who I told you, the doppelganger, was here one time, and they saw like this animal apparition just down here. This X is not paranormal, it's just a sort of, it is definitely like the middle of the building. This is where they filmed the one scene from Shawshank, if you've ever watched that. This door is open. Over there, that room, that would be like the, where the guards would go to shave, things like that.
Yeah.
I think it's creepy.
Yeah, it is kind of creepy. It's in a weird
It's creepy.
spot.
Yeah, I think it's because it feels claustrophobic, and I'm claustrophobic.
Yeah.
A little claustrophobic. But I did have one night on the ghost walk. Weirdest thing. We went all the way to the top, and one of the other lady that goes off had her dowsing rods, and I have some of those myself. She's using the dowsing rods, and if you believe with everything there, came upon a soldier. Before we were a prison during the Civil War, we were a military camp. So there have been times when we picked up on Civil War soldiers, north and south. And so she's getting from the soldier that he was really lonely. And we had 2 people in our group, and the one just starts crying. I mean, like uncontrollable shaking, crying. We leave. She was fine the rest of the night. This is the chapel. Very calm. All right, prisoners aren't going to do shit in the chapel because they need this chaplain on their side to get released, okay, to get probation or parole. I think it's parole for adults, right? This is the attic. Everything you see in here this time was not here. We put bunk beds along these walls, all the way down. At night, guard locked the door locked. We do not have any guard in here at night when these guys. You can imagine. Well, these were the worst of the worst. These were murder, anything and everything paranormal has happened up here. My personal experiences sitting here with 2 other people and just looking down that way. And when it gets darker, it'll be better. The other girl and I just seeing like these oblong white mists coming down the wall. We've had rocks get thrown We've had that heavy ass door in the back that's closed, open on its own. We've had flashing lights, not orbs, but flashing lights come from there to here. And then when we use equipment going off. Back in May, we had a celebrity ghost hunt after this thing we called the Parasite Con. And they set up, see where those crossbars down there? They took fish line, and at the bottom, you know those bracelets you get that glow in the dark? They attached one to that. And they said, I wasn't here for it, but I was told that at one point it just went up, over, and it controlled down. One time during a ghost walk, Kathy, who you talked to, her and I were back at the end, and she's like, Sue, come here, come here, come here. And she's at the door. No one else over here. We heard running from the bottom, and then we heard running on the sides over there. I mean, it was just like, oh, it was great because we're on a ghost walk. So we had all these like 20 guests with us. So just, yeah, you want to spend time in here. And it's really sad that happens to these prisoners. I don't care what they did. It's just, can you imagine being bunked down there and the bathrooms are there? And this is your third challenge. Levels 4, 5, or 6, wait till it gets really dark. Walk around the whole cell block by yourself. No flashlight. Okay, I've done it. One time I got about 5 cells in, I was on crutches, and I swear to God, something touched my leg. And Greg, God bless him, he still has it recorded, hears me, running back screaming, but then I did complete it. The higher you go, the darker it gets because you have less light coming from outside. When we opened, it was 2 people per cell. By the time we closed down on the east and west both, we had, in some of them, 4 people. In the summertime, it would get really hot up here. And so some of the prisoners broke the windows. Well, after a while, and they cost $7,000 now per window. After a while, the wardens are like, okay, you're gonna freaking broke the windows? We're not gonna fix them. So what do you think happened in the wintertime?
Is there a solitary confinement here?
Yeah, and that's where I'm petrified to go to, because when I came down the haunted house, I left DJ and Mercedes and ran out of there because I felt sick, like I was gonna vomit. You'll see.
Went in there while everybody else went to lunch, he set himself on fire. So people have reported seeing or feeling things in there. The Ghost Brothers came here one time, if you know who they are. One of them sat in there and said, oh, it feels really hot. I've never talked to anybody who's ever picked up on that, but you know, it's TV. So like I said, good thing you can sit and, oh, I know, so the good thing about there only being like 39 people is if you want to do a cell block, you should be able to find a cell where you won't get contamination. I do have a friend who had a really good EVP from up there. Somebody asked, what room is this? And in the back you hear it saying, the library. Coming from that direction, walking down this way to close this door to what we call the toilet room, because when they closed down, they put all the old toilets in there. And then as soon as I got into the break room area there, it was gone. So, there's rooms back there you can investigate. That used to be pretty active. That was, at one time, the commissary. And then there was a guy that used to be here. They call him Dr. Salt. No, Mr. Salt's the doctor. So, you know, sometimes prisoners would lie about being sick because they didn't want to go to work. So they'd come in, and so he'd give them some kind of salt thing that would make you sick, okay? One of our guys, our volunteers, Eric, was back there one time when, this is like 12 years ago, when we still had all kinds of filth there. He's cleaning it up by himself. And he just felt like he was being something going on. And going on. And going on. And he was saying, give me 15 more minutes to clean up and I'm out of here. So you may pick up on something back there.
Lil Wayne filmed his music video for Go DJ here.
Lil Wayne?
Yep. He has a cell, it's all gold. I think it's on the other cell way. I think it's down that way.
It's crazy.
I know Lil Wayne filmed the music video here for Go DJ. Is that cell? Is that down there? Or is
Go
it
DJ is number 60.
number 60? It's down there. Okay.
And then I'll take you that solitary. I'll phone it back up.
Yeah, during the haunted thing, going down there, I left. I was here with 2 other people. I got so like sick. I left them. I like just ran.
Yep.
And once I got up the stairs, I was fine.
By Godsmack, go DJ.
Oh, that's funny.
So here's another place you could come. It's easy to sit on these benches and just look up. Honestly, it's anything coming up yourself. Or you might hear something. Another guy that's in our group. So we were a self-functioning, like the only thing we did not make here was salt and pepper. The food, we had an active farm. The food, the meat, the bacon, cows, sheep, pigs, crops. I mean, we fed ourselves.
It's like a city,
Made our
basically.
own clothing, made our own shoes. We had a tool and die. Kids, they learned electricity, plumbing, anything we need to build a building, they could be in that.
Solitary.
Okay. We had a guard killed here in an attempted breakout, things like that. So this is another place to come and just sit. I'm gonna take you downstairs.
Yeah, that's where I said I was started feeling nauseous at. It was
Yeah, I don't mind the downstairs
really,
as much as this. This gets to me more than downstairs.
really. I mean, it was also dark, so it may have been this one. I feel like it was that, but
One of the other things that happened here is, I think on the other side, 2 prisoners in the same cell, 1 big guy, 1 small guy. Big guy picking on little guy. Next thing you know, the guards go and they're like, "Where's the big guy at?" And the little guy killed him, shoved him underneath the bunk. We did pick up on a prisoner upstairs who was murdered. So I believe his name was Mark. That's what we came up with. Have you ever used dowsing rods? Okay. Might want to use them here. I would not instigate. Okay. We've had equipment going off here. So all that, but I'm going to take you. So you got upstairs and downstairs here.
oh, what's that right there? Holy crap!
Watch your step.
Sheesh.
They come in, squatted down, change to the floor for 8 hours, change to the ceiling for 8 hours, change to the floor for 8 hours, ceiling 8 hours until the guard thought that you were in the right frame of mind. You could be put in solitary confinement just for having your shoes on wrong. Or
Yeah.
anything ceiling, and when you were in solitary, that didn't count toward your time. Now, going back to our guards, many of them were war veterans before we knew about PTSD.
I heard people used to hang prisoners by their thumbs here.
I've heard that.
Yeah, I was like,
Very first solitary, they used to have what they called the hole. At least that's the story. We don't have any technical proof. Of course, all the records disappeared. And you know the guards aren't going to write down all the bad against the law shit they did. So supposedly there's a hole here. What they do is they would have the prisoners go down with a rope, sometimes 2 at a time in this hole, and then they send the food down to them on this rope. Supposedly what happened one time is there was a big old rain. Guards forgot they had prisoners here. It flooded, they died. And so they just covered it up. When you're using dowsing rods, when you're using anything, there's always a chance of blunder. We had the dowsing rods going off in time with the EMF detector, lighting up to the questions that we had. This was during the Civil War. This was a training camp at that time. So we did have some stuff happen here at that time. This is probably the best place to investigate because you're so far away from those windows and everything. We were having things going off upon request that night in this room.
I know. We need to do one more.
Apples, breakthrough, coffee. This also has been having activity in the last year. When this was a prison, so here and out there was where they ate. That wall wasn't there, right?
I think it was in the second building.
Okay. And then about a month later, I was here for another private hunt. I was helping out Greg, and they had some guy come in here and said, "Did you hear that?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" They were out there somewhere and heard the same scream. So I'm going to take you back up to where the office is at, so that Jordan can take you to the electric chair room. We never electrocuted anybody here. Two of our volunteers found out that the electric chair from the prison in Columbus was stored somewhere, so they made some phone calls, said, "Hey, can we just put it in our prison museum here?" So yeah, sure, you gotta go get it though. That's what they did.
Ghosts don't know they're dead or don't know how to get over. So spirits sometimes, from my understanding, are more mischievous. So what do you think?
Pretty cool.
We think so. We're lucky enough to have her. She still belongs to the state of Ohio. And if the state would ever see anybody sitting in it and pictures being taken, they'll pull it out of here. We do have two other ones here though too. One was a replica of this one we had before, and one was used in a movie called Escape Plan Extractors. They made one. We have them in their rooms. They're locked up too. But they look exactly like it. So.
Was it James Lockhart? Yeah.
And he's buried in the cemetery out back.
Okay.
Here, last year, I was doing one of these, and there was a group on here in a cell doing a thing, and all of a sudden, it come across granddaughter. There was an 18-year-old girl in that group. She come flying down the steps. She got her license. I looked at her. Last name was Lockhart.
Oh.
He was 20-some years old, so he could have had kids and grandkids.
Mm-hmm.
So she wouldn't even talk, but she was gone. She got in the car and left.
Do you guys ever have people do any investigations in the cemetery?
No, because it's still in use. It's on state property. If you've seen Shawshank, that is the cemetery and it's still in use.
Oh, okay.
Now, this is the first time in years that we were allowed to go out to see it. We have to get permission. We have to go to Mansfield. We have to get one of their guards to take you out.
Oh, wow.
It's a whole big deal.
To like visit even?
And you have to understand this system here in Ohio. Every prison in Ohio made stuff, they grew stuff, anything, and they traded among themselves. So they made some really good shoes here that you could actually buy. This one guy decides he's gonna hide in a crate of shoes. So he hid in a crate of shoes, they put the top on, living in the truck. It leaves, it stops, he gets out, he's at the Ohio Penitentiary in Columbus. He went from this prison to a bad, worse prison.
Oh my god.
He got shipped to another prison because he forgot. So in 2000, they said, "We want to buy it." And they said, "We'll come to auction." Well, nobody showed up with us. So we bid $1, we got the prison for $1.
That's what I heard. I was about to ask you that same question, so
Yeah, so we got it for $1.
that's crazy.
Well, I would have been here. $2.
$1.50.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm not a
Yeah.
ghost hunter. When I started this, I didn't believe in this stuff.
Yeah.
So the first taste I have it, I was standing right over here, had a girl working right above us, and she'd worked with us before, and she come flying down the steps. That old adage, white as a sheet, this girl was. What's the problem? She goes, "There's something up there." I go, "Okay." She goes, "It's talking to me." I go, "Bullshit." Excuse my language. You just don't want to, no, there's something up there. So I had to go up there and spend the rest of the night up there with her. The air was so heavy. This is October. It was so humid that you almost couldn't breathe it. So 2015, I started out here doing tours, volunteering. I met a guy out here by the name of Mike Humphrey, who'd been an inmate here and pardoned by the state later. He never actually did the crime. His boy and him were up on the second floor down by the parole board room. And they turned this direction. Here comes a woman walking down the thing in a green ball gown with her hair all done up.
Wow.
He looked at her, she looked at him, and she was gone. And then you had an influx of really bad people coming in because of the fire down at the Ohio Penn. So it started to change, but then you had people on the outside goes, "Well, you know, you can't make them go to school. You can't make them go to church. You can't make them work." So they spend 20 hours a day in their cells, only 8 hours. So it started getting nasty because they were the ones that were doing the work in the prison. Actually, after the first 150 inmates come in West Block, they built the rest of the prison. But, you know.
I'm already at that point. They've been put in prison. I can make them do whatever I want.
Well, most of them had a second grade education when they got here. They had to
Yeah.
leave at least with an 8th grade education. You leave with a high school diploma, not a GED, a high school diploma from Fields High that was here. If you're here long enough, you could actually get credits from Ashland College.
Oh,
So that's a great college.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Man.
you could become something, you know.
Oh, sheesh. This is really weird. I'm not sure what this is. What the heck is this? I think that's part of somebody's case file or something. I'm not sure. Dude, there's an open Bible down here and a piece of like old case file. Like a case file that they would have in the offices here while it was open. It was on the floor in here. Did you see that Bible in that cell and like the old case file? It's really freaking weird. It's up here. I think it's this one here. This one here. Yeah. It's open to this here. And if you look at this, it's like a case file because it says something about social services and denied visitation. It's like from a folder or something. Yeah, it says something evidence. Oh, that's awesome. I know. It was just sitting here like this.
Is this like a flower?
Yeah, it's like a sunflower.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What page is it?
I'm not sure why it's open.
31.
Weird.
Psalms 30, 35.
Yeah. I don't know where the case file came. That's strange. Kind of cool though, really. I know. The whole thing collapses.
So it says tour this way. I don't think we
Yeah, no, we don't go that way.
I'll let you lead because I don't know why.
I don't know where I'm going, but oh, that's just straight across. Never mind. I can't tell if there is or not. I don't know. Oh.
Yeah.
That's somebody's prison sentence, I think. It says 40 months. Where's your
What's the date say?
face?
Does it say 35?
I think so, yeah.
23, 35?
Yeah.
Is it open then?
Yeah. Maybe in the 1800s. That one says lifer.
I wonder if people like recently put this up there though.
I don't know.
We have 300 people in this spot.
What was his name?
Yeah, there's the
What
showers.
is that? Oh, tripwires. Tripwires way down there. You just click it. It's on.
Wow, more.
Oh, really?
It's like I said, an earthquake. I feel like I can't breathe. It's just so quiet. I feel like I'm trying to like hold my breath and I'm getting out of breath and I'm like
Yeah, we do. Okay. Where are we going? What'd you say? I have to pay before we go up there.
There's 3 couples.
oh, REM pod. Oh, yeah, there.
How many couples do we have?
2?
2.
And 3.
Oh, 3, yeah.
Are those buckets?
We take shit this way, no matter.
Yeah, we can get
She has to pee.
What is that?
Like the break room somewhere around here.
Oh, what is that? Smells good in here.
Yeah, it does.
I think it stinks in there.
Okay. Up or down? Oh wait, it's down. And we go down and we go left. We go outside.
Which Chelsea?
Oh, this one.
Oh my goodness.
This one. The guy
Yeah.
said it's close to back and this is the one outside.
Where's my?
Somebody's scared. Yeah, it's pretty similar.
Alright, go into the bathroom. Can you make a loud sound for us, please? Slow shifting. We have all of these different. Heck. You can totally come here.
Is this the attic?
Yeah.
So there's nothing above us.
Is there someone in here with us?
So it's close.
What sounds?
So they're in one of the EVPs up here.
Can you knock back?
I do not. We've had weird dreams after doing this stuff, but never of the place we went to.
Knock back.
The music box.
It's me.
Wait, where is it?
Where is it at?
Right there.
Oh, I thought it was down
I
there.
did too. It's like, no way, it's picking you up from there.
Finish this sound. Whatever it is like down there. Feels weird. Something
Yeah, what was that?
just touched my butt or something.
What
It
the?
got cold.
It was what?
Did you guys see that?
Yeah, I did. It's very good.
I didn't.
They went across the floor here. You dropped on something?
No, something literally just touched my
It's
butt.
rolled across the floor. It's
It was,
crazy.
it's like my
didn't hear
right
it?
butt cheek is cold as
I
hell.
didn't see anything.
It like went right between.
You
The thing I saw went right
Yes.
between me and you, right here, but it was like.
Yeah, it ended over there. It's the last part I seen. I thought Chelsea dropped the catwalk.
Like it went right between me and you, and then I seen it like right there's the last place I saw
Yeah, I didn't see it.
it. No, it wasn't. It was like a mist, like a.
Oh, my camera's right here recording.
Hello, Anita. So what did you say? You saw a shadow, Raven? Like, how big was it? Thing I saw was kind of small.
Okay. Just nothing else for sure. It's on it. I'll do it. Now I got it. Talking to this phone. It's me. Right. Talking to that phone. Oh. Can you tell us your name? Are you the one making all the sounds? Who did they just see crawling on the floor? How many people are in this room? Can you make a really loud sound for us? Can you knock twice?
I saw that too.
Did you hear that behind us? Tripwires. Do you see that red light down there? Can you touch that for us? Where are you? Can you show yourself? Did you pass away here? What year is it for you? Can you see us? Say whatever you want to say into the phone right there. I'm gonna come grab it soon. Can you say one of our names?
And this camera was trying to focus on something. It was like kept trying to focus in and out. And there's nothing there. That's really good.
Thank you. Let's see. It's not really wrong. That's a weird sound when I was already walking.
It's like a pop.
So there's lights that I see down there.
I know, that's why I thought somebody was coming in.
Yes,
In
yeah.
that corner.
Well, it's like kind of in the middle, like
I
where
see
the,
it. I see
yeah. I don't know.
I don't know what that is. Can you give us a name? Your name? We told you our names. Do you not want to tell us?
Who is she? My name's Chelsea. This is Tina.
Stanley.
Thank you for telling me your name.
I'm
I appreciate that. What are you talking
Skinny.
about? What is that?
Skinny.
Skinny.
Was that your nickname?
So way back there, there's a
Skinny
couple other
Stan.
groups here, so that's probably what you saw.
Tom.
Okay, so they're giving us names now.
Tom is here too, or Tom is skinny?
But we're the only ones like in this big stretch of attic.
It's me.
It's me. Ooh, maybe that's who you saw, Jack. Where are you?
Jacob.
Geez, so many names are coming through. It's me, Jacob.
I expect 60 names.
Why didn't you start naming them? Have you met us before? Somewhere else? I don't see anything. right now.
Martin.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Really? She said Mark?
Oh, yeah.
A Mark came through up here? Or somewhere?
You don't see anything back there right now, Jack? So-
Sam.
Holy crap, you never get this many
Phil?
names.
I'm just hearing names
Oh
now.
my god, that's crazy.
Tim.
That's insane. You just said you wanted your 6 freaking names. Daddy's crazy.
Can you say one of our names?
Thank you for telling us your names.
Or even the first letter of a name. C, K, L.
Like, you just can't make this crap up. Like, it's crazy.
Is there anybody else up here?
Yeah, because he's like, I'm only hearing names.
I know, like, it doesn't make sense to him, but to us, what we asked, it's cool.
No.
Thank you for telling us your names.
Rich.
Is that another name?
Richard.
Were you guys bad guys? Were you in here for some pretty bad crimes?
Jump.
Say jump?
Show himself.
Show himself?
Yes, show yourself.
Off.
Right in front of us. So we all can see you.
Salt.
Salt? Is it Dr. Salt?
You.
Is this a doctor?
I just don't like when I start hearing a bunch of cuss words and like I said, C-U-N-T, like, I don't like that. It freaks me out. Yeah, I know.
Living or dead.
It's annoying. It's like,
Pretty.
Who do you like?
I'm down.
You like Tyler?
Mom. Oh gosh, it said F you in a really mean.
Mike, you here?
It sounded like angry, like F you, like that.
I wonder if it's like residual sound from when.
A lot of cussing.
the way that it said C-U-N-T, it said it like with emphasis on like,
Shut up, please.
like it was like pissed. I was like, ugh.
Jeez. You not like us being here? Can you throw this? Oh, wait, no chair.
I'm here.
Touch a cat ball if you're here.
This is clear. It's Doc. Baby mama.
Ooh. Oh, wait. What just flashed?
Trip wire.
I thought a cat ball went off.
Please. Admit it. Go.
I don't know what that was behind him.
Something about up the shirt.
Oh my god. Jeez. I think you're being a pervert.
Woman.
You feeling
Look
that?
out. Robin. Prison. Yeah.
That's where we're at.